KDP.
We, like, have some listeners here. Like, people are, like, engaging in our content now. I feel like we've got to do it for the peoples now. Hello.
Hi.
We have our Chaos King over here, Mr. Asher, with us
King
today.
of Chaos.
He enters the chat when I am not babysitting, because it's like, I hate when, like, people are like, oh, I have to babysit my kids when they're your kids. Like, he is my dog, but, like, I am in charge of him because his father is away, so
yeah,
he is with us because he'll bark upstairs. So
yeah. All right, so yeah, I guess I don't really have any updates, so other than what the whole episode is. So I guess go into we actually do have news this month, so I figured to start with that. Did you see the Live Nation Ticketmaster stuff?
I've seen, like, memes of it and just, like, posts about it, but I
didn't know there were memes.
Well, like, not memes, I guess, just, like, pages that, like, post that, like, I've seen it, but not, like, really, like, again, my world's been a lot lately.
Okay. So a jury found that Live Nation and Ticketmaster operated as a monopoly and overcharged fans, and so I just kind of found an article just to inform us on all of that stuff. I'm just going to repeat the title, apparently, in the first sentence. A jury found Live Nation and Ticketmaster operated as a monopoly in its dominance of the live events and ticketing industry, validating complaints that the industry giant was stifling competition and driving up fees for fans. The verdict was reached following a lengthy trial in New York federal court that included testimony from top executives in the music and entertainment industries, and then the jurors deliberated, found them guilty. Fans won't see ticket prices or fees tacked onto their bills drop anytime soon. Judge Aaron Subramanian will now hold a second trial to decide what remedies are warranted, including whether to grant the state's request to break up the company or make other structural changes, such as ordering the sale of businesses. So we're not going to get super into details, but it sounds like they decided that, yes, they were operating as a monopoly and that's illegal, but now they have to continue proceedings to figure out what that means as far as, like, if they need to break them up, do fans get money back, things like that. So we'll see what happens with that. I know it was like, it's a lot of artists, not just Taylor Swift, but I think it came to more public knowledge with the Eras Tour chaos.
The trouble with that behind the scenes is, like, that sounds great and everything, and it's what we've been striving for, but the reality is, like, a lot of venues themselves are Live Nation venues. So that's why they go through Ticketmaster. So it's like, how are you gonna, like, actually, like, make the transition then for people to get off of Ticketmaster to use other ticketing platforms and all of those kinds of things, you know, like, that'll be, like, the tough part. And then to, like, then retro, because you're basically either gonna have to, like, work with like a SeatGeek or something like that to, like, get tickets, but then again, like, those are kind of also very scalpery kind of ticket errors, and then you're gonna run into, like, having to create a whole new platform, and again, then you're gonna, what are fees gonna look like, is it actually gonna charge down fees and all of this stuff, because, like, that's great that, like, now you have a chance to do other things, but, like, those platforms then could have their own fees and all of that stuff. So it's like, it's like the Game Time app is like, oh, they don't have fees and stuff,
but they're probably built into the ticket prices.
They are built into what you're seeing already, though. So you're seeing the full price as it is, which doesn't always make it cheaper than what you're seeing on other sites then, though, because you're seeing all the fees and stuff like that. But I could go over to another website that doesn't have as many fees, I know, and is still going to be cheaper than that Game Time app. So it's like, again, it's going to be a real question of, like, okay, that's great, but, like, how are you going to have companies implement it, especially when, like, I don't even know the ratio of, like, Live Nation versus non-Live Nation venues, because Live Nation venues aren't going to want to use a different platform. So it's like, how are you going to, like, how is the reinforcement going to actually look in retribution, you know?
Yeah. I'm Googling just because I was curious.
Because a lot of venues were, like, on the brink of closing, and then Live Nation came and bought them, so...
it's saying that they only own and operate like 4% of total music venues, but the the percentage is low. It's like the top tier venues. So I feel like that's more important, is that it's like the bigger, like the arenas and like
And
top grossing amphitheaters, top grossing arenas and stuff.
Because like most of the ticketed
because like Pinnacle
the Pinnacle's
is through it's tickets go through AXS or Access, however you say it. That's still Live Nation. Okay.
So I don't know if that was their way. Like Access may still be powered by Live Nation, but it might be another platform. And the new Truth venue that's opening here in Nashville, that's Live Nation.
Right. It's not owned by Live Nation. It's owned by AEG.
Oh, it's AEG. Okay, so that's going to be the next one then, yeah. So
they compete directly with them. But yeah, Ascend is also that, because I think that's what our tickets are through for Russell next week. So
okay, so maybe that, because that makes more sense, because I was just thinking, okay, so that's AEG. I guess I thought AEG was also Live Nation, but I guess it's just like,
I guess it's a competitor. Yeah.
Okay, well then, never mind. I'm just stupid. So.
You're fine. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with this as far as like change, and then also like,
because at the end of the day, the problem lies within the big arenas and stuff like that, which is where you're seeing, and that's all still Live Nation. So that's not like, what are they going to do? Say that they have to sell off some of their property to some of their other competitors, so that I think it would be
that they need to sell Ticketmaster. Or wait, which one's the? I'm second guessing myself. Is Live Nation the big company or Ticketmaster, or are they just like all one thing? They need to like split up basically, because they used to be split and then they like merged, and so that's when the monopoly stuff started. Okay. So but yeah, I think it'll be interesting too about the fan stuff of like how they're saying, oh, they overcharged fans. So is there any retribution that fans will see of like money back? But that would be very difficult to figure out how to actually get that to people.
Yeah.
So, because I think there's people who even like sued over the Eras tour and stuff. So
I don't know if it was enough. I think the Eras tour is one of the things. I think the Harry Styles tickets was another huge one, because like that's more of what I'm seeing it as of now. So,
yeah. Google fans sue Ticketmaster. All the results are related to Taylor, but I'm sure there's other ones too of other artists that had expensive tickets that people were suing over. So, yeah. The other news thing was just, I think, did we talk about ACMs a little bit, or I don't remember if we did, but Shania Twain's hosting for the first time?
Because I had thoughts on it, and I was waiting to say we need to talk about it on the podcast. And so we haven't actually talked about it.
I couldn't remember. Our schedule for recording is so wonky right now.
Things also started to be given out, like Avery.
So they only, that's the only, I think it's radio stuff, but like that's the only like main award that's been given. They always give away the new ones leading up to it, because then the winners perform at the award show, because I remember Tiger Lily performing. But breaking news, because this was 12 minutes ago, Music Row posted Tucker Wetmore wins ACM New Male Artist of the Year.
I was wondering, I was like, I know female got announced, but I haven't seen anything on the male. Because
I was like, okay, what about the others? Because, well, some years there's 3, some years there's 2, dependent upon if there are enough like duos and groups that are like worthy of getting a nomination. Yeah. And I guess there wasn't this year, because they just had male and female. So we have Avery Anna and Tucker Wetmore for our new Artists of the Year.
My biggest shocker, well, I had
That's right, because I was sending you stuff and you're like, save it for the pod, shut up.
So, my biggest
Let me find the actual nominee list.
I don't understand why Megan deserved to be nominated. 6 months later should not have been the song that was nominated for as much as it would have been. I think I wish, Wish I Didn't. Or...
That probably wasn't out.
It is, because it's nominated for something else, I'm pretty sure. And so that's why I was like... And I'm pretty sure the whole album is nominated.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Am I Okay is Song of the Year.
Oh.
I would think, 6 months later, Single of the Year. You Had to Be There, Music Event of the Year. 6 months later, Visual Media of the Year. So those are the song-related ones for her.
Mind. Okay, so maybe it wasn't eligible because I was like, I just didn't agree with 6 months later being the single, but that was just
that was like the big one for her this summer and stuff, so.
I just didn't like it comparatively. Like, out of all the other work, I just think she has better stuff, but that's just me.
She didn't put that out till January of this year. I don't think that gave it enough time.
I'm okay being nominated just threw me off because I was like, am I okay? Because it was just 2 different albums, so I was just a little thrown off time-wise of things. I was like, wait.
I don't know what the window was for this year, so that's the thing, too.
Also, Carter Faith being nominated threw me completely for a fucking loop. I was, like, not expecting that because... And everyone also was like, what... that was just completely kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Ella getting nominated didn't surprise me, obviously.
Right.
Lainey just didn't have a lot this year.
Lainey's one of the top nominated people. It's Lainey, Megan, and Ella are the top nominees.
But I'm saying she didn't have a lot of new work, right? Because the album was...
But it's Somewhere Over Laredo, because it's from the past year.
I'm saying, though. I'm saying, like, she just didn't have a lot that she put out in the last year to... Like, yes, it got that song because it deserves to be nominated, but she didn't have a lot of other, like, things to pull from, just that one thing. Okay. That was more of what I was saying.
Mom and Dad are fighting. I think we're bickering right now. Entertainer, Chris Stapleton, Cody Johnson, Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, Luke Combs, Megan Maroney, Morgan Wallen. I think, isn't this like a historical thing of 2 women in the category?
Okay. Well, no, wasn't Miranda and Carrie,
maybe.
Like, I feel like those should have at least been.
What did I send you?
This is the first year I feel like it doesn't feel like there can only be 2 women that are, like, pinned against each other, like we've talked about with the Carrie and Miranda situation, because they tried to do it with Kelsey and Marin, and obviously that didn't work. This is, like, the first year that they did something, I feel like, where it was, like, it doesn't feel like there is just, like, 1 or 2 dominating women. It just feels like there's a lot, and, like, it's good, and it's varied. And
eligibility period for submissions, January 1st, 25 through December 31st, 2025. We're going to say that's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
I Sit in Park should have been everywhere. Sad that wasn't anything.
I think that's another thing of just, like, I think sometimes the country music industry thinks that she's too pop for country and
I don't even know what it is.
Decides to mark that against her when it shouldn't be. So
no, that EP was masterful. Masterful.
Yeah. Eric Church is shut out, so I think that's one of the things I sent you was that he didn't get anything. So his album that was Grammy nominated for country album doesn't get nominated. Like, hello. And he's been doing he's been on tour, so I feel like that should be given for at least a nomination, but
I think it should have made some kind of, like, song or like something to do with, like, the production of the album because it's, like, so
album
well ingenious, but, like, I can understand that we're kind of taking away, like, entertainer and, like, the performer aspect from some of the older, like, in that age range right now to give way for the new people. So I kind of get that. Bailey Zimmerman honestly should have been nominated for more stuff. I felt like he really puts on a freaking show, and Live Nation is taking him, like, in his tour and doing so much with it. So it's like, I feel like he should have been nominated for something.
I'm surprised Emily Ann Roberts didn't win New Female. Because I mean, maybe that's just an algorithm thing, but I just feel like I see her doing more out of, like, the 5.
She is one of those people that it really is just the luck of the draw because, like, she strategically is doing everything and it's just not, like, clicking the way that
award-wise,
in, like, everyone's heads and hearts with things, you know? But because, like, she has it all there. it's also a little bit like not completely mainstream. Like it's, although her last song was cute, so I can't. The biscuit
which one?
The
Oh,
men
Whipped.
one. Yeah, the whipped one.
Okay.
I was like, the biscuit, the butter one. That one was so cute. So,
Yeah.
but most of the time she is more traditionally kind of country-esque. So, but Avery Anna doesn't feel country.
But Avery Anna's very like alt rock, like
she
rock
does
country.
not feel country to me in the slightest, to be honest. So it's very odd that she is like in with all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal choice, I'd say.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that's like stand out with the nominations.
No,
I can't remember
like
what it was that I like. Maybe I sent you like surprises or something.
Yeah, it was like a snubs and
found it.
surprise.
I think it was a billboard. So pleasant surprise, women rule. We already said top four nominees are all women. Megan Maroney 9, followed by Miranda with 8, and Ella Langley and Lainey with 7. So I forgot about Miranda when I named them earlier, but I think she might have some because of production with Ella. Snub, Low Cash. I know that they're on the radio a lot, so I guess I can see where that's
those are guys that have just been here. They're just always kind of there in the background to me. Like they haven't done anything that's like they, you know.
Yeah. We already said Carter's a surprise, Eric's a snub. Surprise, Megan. I think it's just saying like Entertainer of the Year is the surprise.
Again,
Snub.
She's got such a cult following with her that like
It said snubs. Yeah, Stephen Wilson Jr. I thought I saw his name somewhere for a sec, so I was like, let me double check if they were accurate. Yeah, I feel like Stephen Wilson Jr. is kind of like a Chris Stapleton in the way that he's like worked with a lot of people and he's now getting recognition for himself as an artist.
He feels more Americana though to me.
Yeah, he's definitely again another like has a little bit of a rock edge to him and stuff too. I know they play Gary a lot on the radio,
like,
so I hear that one a lot.
In the same vein as like a Jesse Wilson and all of them, and they don't get nominated for country. Same vein of like Red Clay Strays, where like they feel more Americana, singer songwriting, but sometimes those guys also get put into country things.
Yeah.
But again, that's where it's like country doesn't know what country is half the time because. Yeah.
He played Wild West Songwriters Festival the same year as I did. And Kaylee Hammack was there as well. So I'm like, I remember him from that, but I didn't talk to him or anything.
Yeah.
But because I was considered a local songwriter. Where are we? Surprise, Thelma and James, which is a married Canadian-American duo. Oh, Mackenzie Porter and Jake Etheridge. I know I've heard of Mackenzie Porter before. And they snagged a coveted spot in the Duo of the Year category, possibly taking the place of the Warren Treaty, who had been nominated the past 3 years. Considered a brand new act in the U.S., but there weren't enough qualified entries for new duo or group this year, so it seems they slid into this category instead. That's what Billboard says. So maybe that's what some of the thought process behind that too, of like, well, we don't have enough for a whole category, we'll put them with the regular category. Parmalee, they say, was a snub. Again, they get a lot of radio play, but like that's about all. Surprise, Harold Arlen and Yia Parberg. Do you know who they are? They wrote Over the Rainbow for The Wizard of Oz. So they're receiving an ACM nomination for Song of the Year. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. Snubs, Russell Dickerson, Chase Matthew.
Russell is surprising, honestly. He has done a lot of really good work promoting. Like, you know what? He is somebody who I'll as much as I go through little phases of like, again, music, I don't know. But he does a hell of a job promoting himself. Like, yeah, I'll give that to him. Like, do we
think he's gonna bring out his Betty Wap impression at the show?
Did you see Dick or what was it? WrestleMania?
Yeah.
He dressed up as Hulk Hogan and danced around the stage.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, and then I don't know too much about Chase Matthew, but Darlin, again, is another one that's just, like, on repeat on the radio, and I'm like, I need you to play this a little less, because it's, like, every hour on the hour.
Chase feels very in the vein of... Chase and Warren Ziders feel very in the same category, where they're, like, just, like, not baby acts, but not, like, they're playing small headlining shows, but they're in, like, little festival types, outdoor little patio places, but they're selling tickets. So, like, again, they're in kind of a weird area, and I know Chase is opened for, like, Keith Urban and stuff this last year, so, like...
Okay.
Who, speaking of, just did a random-ass pop-up show at the Cannery the other night.
Because he has a yacht rock cover album coming.
Which makes no sense to me.
It's like, okay, divorced dad.
You know, the only person that would make sense to do a yacht rock cover band stuff would be Kenny Chesney.
Yeah. Everyone's like, he's in his divorced dad era. I don't know. The last one was Parker McCollum as a surprise. Because he got his first Album of the Year nominee. So I guess that's the thing. I don't really pay too much attention to him. So I don't have an opinion on the album or anything because I haven't personally listened to it. It's the same way of how we talked about Cody Johnson and not having an opinion until we saw him to be like, oh yeah, I get it. Entertainer of the Year, got it.
Is he nominated?
Yes, Entertainer of the Year, Male Artist of the Year, and where'd you go, dude? Single of the Year for the fall. I think that might be it. Okay. Oh, and Visual Media for the fall. But I guess, I don't know. The fall, I feel Single of the Year is very much to me like commercial success versus Song of the Year is like content of the song itself, of like lyrical and catchiness and all that stuff. And so I don't know, maybe the fall is doing well with radio and stuff and I just don't pay attention to it, but I just feel like that should have been in Song of the Year because of the content of the lyrics and stuff.
Oh, I agree, yeah.
So, but it's against Choosing Texas and 6 months later and I Never Lie and Somewhere Over Laredo. So Choosing Texas is probably gonna win.
Even on like regular radio, like I turned my
she had like the top 3 spots all genre on Apple Music as of yesterday, I think it was. So
that doesn't mean that it's on the radio.
Yeah, well, she's everywhere. Yeah, it's interesting because Choosing Texas, I Never Lie, Somewhere Over Laredo are in both single and Song of the Year categories. And then for Megan, single is 6 months later, but song is Am I Okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel consistent.
And then they took...
That's because Wish I Didn't should have been it, and it wasn't in the eligibility period, so they compromised.
I don't know. And then the fall is in single, but A Song to Sing, Miranda Lambert, Chris Stapleton is in Song of the Year. So that's the only difference of artist-wise. So we need to move on to new music because we've been doing that for a while. But the awards are May 17th, so it's still a little bit away here, but it's coming up. So yeah. Do you want to start with Love a Loser? It's on the top of the list because you told me to write it down.
One that, like,
just Jayne.
I had seen over.
It's the artist.
It's the like post chorus little part of like lose a lover, lose the dead weight. That part, it was just so cute and catchy on socials that like I was instantly like, what is this song? There wasn't anything really special other than like the earwormness of it, and it was just like
the flip is cool.
Song, yeah, and I loved that. When I got to the hook, it was like, oh, wait, that's so cool.
It's Lose a Lover. Wait, hang on. This stuff popping up. You gotta trust me, you're gonna rather lose a lover than love a loser.
Yeah. So it was cute, and they promoted it really well with like, don't love a loser this summer, or you better to lose a lover than love a loser this summer. And it was just very cute, different kind of a concept. Like I like the whole like speaking to a friend kind of a situation of like you can do better than him. Very cute, very just was a good little song, and it caught my ears. I was like, Katie,
write it down. Okay. Any others that you want to do before I just go down my list? I know that we'll eventually get to some of the stuff that's the same. Dan and Shay released a song called Say So, and that's...
I didn't know that they released a new song.
I feel like it's been a while since they've released music, so yay, new Dan and Shay music coming, new project, assuming eventually.
Since they've done things, so.
Has it really? Other than the Christmas stuff?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Okay, yeah. So you haven't listened to it because you didn't know it was out. So it's called Say So, and it's like a mental health, like, kind of like a suicide prevention message kind of thing of like, you would think I would know the hook enough to like remember, and then like in the moment you forget. But like the last two lines of the chorus, if you're going through hell, you're not alone. If you need somebody, say so. So just kind of like, hey, reach out if you're struggling kind of thing, and encourage people to not be alone and all that. So because I re-listened to pretty much everything on the way here, and I was like, I feel like I could do like a word ladder with songs of like the connections. I feel like Someone I Want You to Meet, Lou, kind of ties into that as well, of like a mental health kind of song, which I know you've listened to that one. Yes. So Lou, I keep wanting to just call her Lauren. That one, I love this side of her songwriting of having like, I mean, her fun songs are fun, obviously, but like the wittiness and like the like mixing the wittiness, but also the like just raw like emotions and honesty that she has in her songwriting. So this one's a really good one. It's probably one of my favorites of the ones that she's been releasing.
I think it goes back to like kind of what got her quote unquote famous on TikTok too, was that like kind of like good balance of like not it's sad girl, but it doesn't make you feel like the world is ending around you. You know, kind of sad girl. It's like it's still like enjoyable singing in your car, sad girl. Like.
But this one is like I say like mental health because it's like, hey, it's someone I want you to meet, and it's like it's you on the other side of like whatever you're going through. So I feel like that's kind of a similar message of like keep going. And then I realized it's kind of like the flip of the Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana anniversary song of Younger You, because it's Younger You is the younger you talking to current you, and then Lou is the flip of like the future talking to younger current you.
I still haven't listened to that song.
Oh, you haven't?
I've like seen the TikTok clips, but I thought it was a song that had come out a while ago. I didn't realize it was for that project.
It's like brand new for the anniversary.
She has another song that's like, I feel like kind of either similar in sound or it's a similar title, and that's why I kept getting confused with something else.
Well, it's very country. Like even with just her version, it was very country, and then Lainey got to jump on it and do a version where it's a duet between Miley and Lainey.
I feel like that was on purpose, from the aspect of like whenever she goes back to like the Hannah Montana stuff, even though that is like total like pop diva kind of ness, there is still that element that's very much tied to the
like Tennessee roots part of it.
Her. So I feel like when she's going backwards and doing all of that stuff, it probably kind of was more in the realm of like, because you see that a lot in like the movie and how much the country stuff comes out there.
I love that it's like a full circle moment for Lainey, considering that she like used to go around touring as Hannah Montana for like birthday parties for kids and stuff.
Really?
You didn't know that?
No.
I feel like she talks about it a lot. That's why when Miley got like the Disney icon or Disney legend thing, that Lainey got to like be there for it and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know she did that.
But yeah, so full circle for Lainey. Her harmonies on it, it sounds like the tone of it sounds very Dolly, which I think is interesting considering Miley's tied to Dolly as well. But I feel like Lainey does have that Dolly-esque tone sometimes. Yeah. So I liked that. That was nice. And then my last one of connections is You're rolling your eyes. Bells and Dolly Parton, son of Jolene. Did you see that on TikTok or anything?
I know it exists. That was about the extent
Okay.
of it.
I saw it before Dolly jumped on it, or at least before it was like announced that she was gonna be on it. And loved the concept and stuff. Obviously, like son of Jolene. It's like the girl's dating a guy and it's like, oh, I should have known when he like told me the name of his mom, but I wasn't thinking straight and stuff. And like how he has like auburn hair and like the same eyes and stuff. And yeah, so son of Jolene. And then I guess somehow Dolly heard it, and so they got to have her jump on it and do harmonies and do little like add-ins of like who are you expecting him to be and stuff. So yeah.
Well, I do appreciate that. I do feel like Jolene has kind of run its course of how many times can people reimagine that song.
Oh, I like it. I like it. It's cool. Yeah. Let's see. Next one I had was an album that we listened to on a trip to Neil Town's The Acrobat. And it's like, I didn't realize it was going to be an acoustic album.
It makes more, like, not that she couldn't produce a fully concepted album. It's just, it made more sense when, like, she produced it all herself. I was like, okay, it probably, like, it got me thinking of, like, oh, I could probably do an acoustic kind of album.
Yeah.
Just because there's just not as many moving parts. But, like,
right.
She did it very well, don't get me wrong. Like, but yeah, it was a little, like, in her songwriting, she is really good, and trust me, that doesn't take away from the fact that she's a great performer and everything like that, because you can really feel the emotion. But it's just like, it's a very intense album lyrically, and all of her songs are like that it's like on this particular project. Well, just in general, I feel like a lot of her songs, and I do feel like because she has a very unique tonality to her voice, a lot of her songs do sound very similar to the last one you listened to. Yeah. I hadn't listened to it, it was, like, on my radar of wanting to listen to it and talk about it, but I hadn't for the longest time because I, knew, I didn't realize it would be all acoustic, but I just knew, the vibe was a little bit more mellow. And usually I'm listening to music while driving, and I was like, I don't think I can turn on this type of music right now because I need to stay awake to get to work in one piece, because I'm usually really tired going to work in the morning and need to be like, okay, pump up music. But yeah, this is her first independent project since leaving. Was she on Warner? I don't remember. I think of Warner, whichever label. And I remember her doing a pre-sale for the vinyl and selling out real quick and stuff. And so I love that fans are still appreciating her, and she's just one of those songwriters that
getting behind her.
You love listening to that kind of music or you don't. And I just I've never been one to be like, yeah, I want to just listen to that kind of an album. But it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate and really understand.
Yeah.
But it's just not my music.
I do like the gray Emmylou. I thought that was sweet. Of I feel like, yeah, Emmylou's an icon in country music, but you don't hear a lot of songs referencing her. You hear plenty that reference Dolly and Loretta and stuff, but I feel like you don't hear much about Emmylou, so that was nice.
No, it was a very also it touched on a lot of things that would cut deep to me. I was like, oh, especially the Acrobat, and there's just it's a gorgeously written album from top to bottom. You don't take a second to not just listen intently to the words that she's saying.
Next, just because it was interesting, Lauren Alaina has a song called Raining Whiskey.
Oh.
And it's definitely a different sound for Lauren. It's more poppy, and the second verse, it's a little bit of rapping too, kind of, in a way. I don't know if you would call it rap, but at least it's very quick. I think it's it would be rap for her, I think. There's 100 proof chance it's raining whiskey in this bar is the last line of the chorus. But yeah, just that analogy of whiskey raining and a storm and stuff like that. So it was very interesting. It was just I don't know who I could see singing it as far as like who it might fit that sound better, but it was interesting. But I liked the lyrics. Charlie Worsham, Grass.
Yeah.
Yes. We heard this one at CMA Fest.
Yeah.
And I was
Not
like,
my
oh, I
favorite
remember.
one
Okay.
ever, but
I
like, I'm excited to see. It sonically feels back to where, like, I really liked his music, so
Okay.
I'm excited to keep moving with it.
Yeah. I feel like it's very dynamic, too. I don't know if you noticed that. Okay. Where it's like, it gets very big, but then also, like, brings it back down and then builds back up. So, like, I like how different it is across. It's not just, like, a straight line for the whole song. Another one is our friend Honeywell put out a song called Alyssa. And she says it's about losing two people at once because it's like a best friend cheating with her boyfriend kind of situation. I don't know how you didn't pick up on that with the lyrics.
I was half listening to the song because I had heard it live, so I was like, oh, I know this song, and like kind of tuned it out and like just assumed it was like a cheating boyfriend situation and like just didn't hear the other half.
From the get-go, it talks about her like crying in her friend's bed about the boy.
I understood that part. I just thought that it was just a shitty friend, and I just didn't know why she was shitty, so...
Okay.
I just wasn't listening.
I literally wrote, rage, crash out, go off as you should, queen. But yeah, check that one out. It's cool. I love the video content that she's been doing for it as well. Tiffany Johnson put out her debut album called Temptress, and I don't know if you've listened to her. Do you at least know who she is? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, she's also from South Dakota. I actually met her and her dad in line to do the Bluebird open mic on a Monday night or whatever. Back when I was like doing a summer school semester at Belmont, and I just went by myself and I heard the people in front of me talking about being from South Dakota. And that's how we met. But it's very much like the aesthetics of it and stuff is like the life of a showgirl, because she has that showgirl look for the cover art, but it's black and white. So it's kind of like Life of a Showgirl meets Torture Poets Department for the aesthetics, but also for the lyrics. And I think she defines herself as like pop rock. I feel like it's very much Taylor, but also like Olivia Rodrigo-esque sounds as well. But yeah, just really solid songwriting, really solid like hookiness, but also like lyrically it's like I said, Torture Poets Department level of like intricacies and stuff of the lyrics. So
Olivia, we listened to Drop Dead on the way.
I honestly forgot.
Yeah. She said that in an interview, she's like, I don't care if this like album flops or not. Like, so it was just interesting to hear an artist say that. Like,
well, I feel like that's kind of Taylor's opinion about her current one too.
Not everything has to relate back to Taylor.
I know.
But I just felt like it was very good for her to say that. Because I think it just means that she's being authentic to herself. I think the song itself is very back to her first album, like trying to be cute and quirky, but at this point she's older and I kind of want more mature lyrics out of her. They're kind of like cute for TikTok, but again, she's now 21, 22, and I'm just kind of like...
I mean, that's still young.
Yes, but I just want a little bit of some... Especially because I know she has it in her, and I'm just like... I could do without, like... My problem with Olivia Rodrigo is she's not making anything that feels very timeless. It feels very trendy of the moment.
Right, yeah, I can see that.
Capitalizing on the trendy phrases while also incorporating her, like, meaningful lyrics. I want to see what she does with trying to make something that is timeless, because I think she could do something really cool then. So yeah. We also listened to Bitches by Cassie Ashton on the way down.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to talk about it because it was just very, first of all, Cassie is somebody I never know what to expect with her. She's so out there and like in a good way, but she's so out there. And it was so like folksy country guitar picky, and I was like, and I didn't think I liked it. I can't stop singing it in my head. Like, it's so fun. It's so good, but it's so like funny. Like, it's so just unapologetically her to the point where I can't help but love it. But it's like I come from a long line of bitches. like just speak your mind kind of person, and I absolutely love that. I'm like, I wish that I could, like, I hope my children sing, or my grandchildren or my great grandchildren sing this song about me down, because I'm just like, I hope I'm a good kind of bitch at the end of the day, you know? Like, and then she has like this middle part where it's like, if my children have anything, my daughter has anything, if I have anything to say about it, like, I'm gonna make, like, she has these little ad-libs of just talking in the studio, and it's so fun. It's just like, I don't know what kind of event you're throwing to put this song on, but it's just, if you have an extra moment, you should take a listen, because it's just great.
Yes, we have said that we were going to talk about this for like several months now, and it's finally out. Langley, Dandelion is out, and it is breaking records, topping charts.
It is the first album of hers that I have been like, oh, it's out, I'm listening to it, and I loved it. Like,
yes.
It doesn't have a whole lot of well, no, that's not true, because Dandelion, the song itself, is just like, oh, I can't get enough of it. I was going to say the album doesn't have a lot of but I find different moments for every song.
Right.
Like, that's the thing, is like, it's a very collective album. Like, it overall has a very nice flow to it. It sounds cohesive, but it sounds different. So it's like, I can sit here and say, besides Dandelion, like, I can't really find, like, a lot of, like, big stand-ups, but it's more like,
I picked a top 3 and an honorable mention.
I have, like, different moments where I'm like, oh, I really want to listen to this song today, or I really want this kind of a mood today, or I want this kind of a mood today. So it just has a lot of just different, like, if I'm feeling more like the poppy country, Be Her. I finally listened to that song with the album, because I didn't listen to it when it was a single when we first talked about it.
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to say anything about just the chorus being just, I just want to be her, no, it's so fucking good. I don't care. It's so good.
You have to do the claps.
Absolutely in love with it. The verses are so killer that it doesn't matter that the chorus is literally, I just want to be her so bad. Like, it does not fucking matter. Dandelion is just the treasure that it is. I just absolutely fucking love that song. It also just feels very relatable to me. Like, I've never been like, I know there's a lot of types of songs like that, so it's not like it's like the newest idea, but it just feels so right.
Yeah.
Like, it just fits so perfect. We can just go down. Let's just go down.
Go down each one?
Yes.
Okay. I just wrote down my top 3 and an honorable mention, which I'll wait till we go through all of them, I guess. Found a track list.
Choosing Texas, I cannot get enough of. The only thing
nor can the rest of the world.
Really? The rest of the world doesn't like it?
No, I said nor can the rest of the world. No. Everyone's obsessed.
It's so good. It's one of those songs that, like, it sounds so fresh, but also so classic country. It's that perfect balance that it's going to turn into, like, Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey. Like, it is going to turn into that song that 10 years down the road we are going to say, Ella Langley choosing Texas, and it's gonna be synonymous. Like, she has, like, embedded her place. Like,
you skipped. We'll just say intro and outro together. I love that there is an intro and outro.
Is those songs.
Oh, okay. I love her, like, cute little video she said of, like, she had, like, a home video of her as a kid with those songs, and, like, how that kind of connects to her roots and everything. Because I feel like there's several songs on here talking about home and, like, going back to Alabama and loving that type of life as well, which, I mean, we talked about her taking a break last year and stepping away for her mental health for a while, and I really feel like she benefited, like, songwriting inspiration wise for this album from doing that.
I will say, when I say I skip them, they're also not, like, necessarily, like, skippable.
You know what's interesting?
Most intro and outros are, like, 30 seconds of, like, I don't want to listen to this. Like, those are, like, actual songs, and, like, it's cute.
Well, the intro's 23 seconds, but the outro's, like, almost a minute.
I just meant, like, it. Like, it is, like, it's not, like, just a couple of, like, guitar, like, it feels like a song
gotcha.
Instead of just, like,
they have, like, people have been posting, like, the streaming counts and, like, ranking, like, most listened to least listened to, and I was surprised. Like, I'm not surprised that the intro outro are on the bottom. I am surprised that the intro is the bottom, because you would think you, like, just naturally you start the album, you're gonna listen to the first one. But
Or
it
they're
is
just
the least streamed
starting
one.
literally from Dandelion.
I guess so.
I just shuffle it, and so that's why I'll, like, skip.
Yeah.
But also, like, yeah, it's 20 seconds. Like, if you're not, like, on the button, like, you could very easily just
listen to it. Yeah.
On,
It was just weird. I was like, how is it so low? Okay. We know us. I have a couple nitpicky things where I'm just like, I probably should just let them go. The repeating of answer over and over again, I was like, I don't know, just as a songwriter, if that's just me. It's just me being nitpicky. I know that. But, like,
this isn't one of the songs that stands out to me. Like,
no, some people really love this one, but, I mean, it is a good song, but it's definitely not my top. But, yeah. She repeats the word answer 4 times in verse 1.
Yeah. Again, this album isn't, like,
and then I have the same
greatest of all time lyric wise, I will say. Like, it's not like these profound lyrics necessarily that got me with it. It's just a very good
vibey
overall.
Yeah. Low lights. I have the same thing with, like, the bridge of repeating crazy over and over again, but also that kind of, I feel like that one, I don't know, maybe that makes more sense, just is literally crazy. Also, did you see the Easter egg of the license plate in the Choosing Texas cover art? It says low lights. So she's something with license plates.
Yeah.
Because that, and then Be Her was the license plate for the Dandelion visualizers stuff, and then in Choosing Texas music video was like the Morgan Wallen duet was on that license plate. So
everyone was like, what does that mean? And then we finally got
I was like, this is nothing on the album, what is this?
Which felt way too fast to then put out a single with a duet, like, after the fact.
It feels very, like, deluxe though.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just skip to this real quick.
Yeah, that's
it feels like it fits the album sonically and stuff, and it is very much more her than him in the song, which I'm glad about. It's like really catchy and stuff too. But it definitely feels like it could have been on the album, so maybe she'll put out a deluxe and it will be on there then. It felt
very much like last minute, oh, we forgot this song, let's just throw it out into the world. That's why or maybe she didn't want to take away from the album being what it is, and maybe that one had nothing to do with, like, maybe it wasn't produced by Miranda and all that. Like, maybe she really wanted this project to stand alone as something, so it just felt so
or if it was like
something else.
A worry that Morgan, like, obviously their fans overlap, but, like, if he was on the album, people would flock to that song and not give the rest of the album the attention it deserves.
Yeah.
So then let it be out later kind of thing. You and Me Time is in my top 3.
It's such just a little vibey little me
cool.
And then the flip of it.
I am curious why she called it You and Me Time when the lyric is Me and You Time.
I love it. Yeah.
No,
I agree. That was the only thing that
I was like, wait, why is it that when the lyric is that? But no, it's so catchy. It's so fun. Loving Life Again.
Loving Life Again is really more just about I love it for the TikTok chorus of it, but it's not one that I, like, regularly.
It's definitely a soundtrack type thingy.
Yeah, it feels very soundtrack to my life, but not very, like, I'm definitely, like, listening.
And the little nod to her grandma is so sweet.
Yeah.
If you heard about that.
No.
And okay. In the second verse, it says, like, is that grandma? I think she's calling me. And right after that, in the background, it's very subtle, but you hear a yoo-hoo. And it's her grandma used to do that.
That's cute. Aww.
Or maybe still does. I don't remember if she's, like, still does to them as adults, but yeah. Bottom of Your Boots is also my top 3.
It's just a cute little song. Again, this is nothing, like, groundbreaking, and that was, like, my only thing with it, is I wish it didn't feel as, like,
it's something her dad said to her.
But it's very cute, of, like, from the bottom of your boots to the top of your hat. Like, it's just a very, very cute little, like, I love the song. It was just cute. Speaking terms is one I skip a lot, just from the aspect of it's like the, like,
faith-based
song.
Oh,
no, it's just because it's, like, intense. It's like it, like,
I'm like, I relate, but
like, it's just an intense song. So it's just like, if I'm, like, in a good mood. Like, it's, like, just one I skip more.
I feel like it's a good one. I mean, maybe because it's the ballad, it's like, I think of it maybe equating to, Girl You're Taking Home off of the record before this, of like, it really showcases her vocals because it's a ballad. It gives her space to showcase her vocals and not get like drowned in production or anything like that. But yeah. I Gotta Quit is interesting. I love it, but it's just like, I love her just like, go on, get out here. I'm like, okay.
I Gotta Quit is one that I was like, this will be so fun at concerts. Like, I hope it's like a fan favorite at shows and stuff like that. Yeah. I think it'll be so fun to do that. That was like, I could just like see her on stage doing that song, and I was like, yeah, that'll be fun.
It Wasn't God Who Made Honky Tonk Angels, originally by Kitty Wells.
Which I just love that song. I've known that song previous, and I just do love that, and she did such a nice job on it. And Carter Faith and Jake Worthington got to also be on it as well for backing vocals. So, love that she gave space for some like more up and coming artists to be on the record as well. And it also was
just highlight classic country.
Very much fit the record. Like it fits so well.
It's not, it makes sense and like isn't kind of just like out of left field. So that works because I think of Tiger Lily. I don't know if maybe we talked about it when Blonde came out, and they have Bleeding Love on there, and I was like, that seems so random. But this fits for Ella to have this on here sonically, and I feel like it goes well of like sonically, and then like just like it's Honky Tonk Angels, and then goes into Last Call for Us because Last Call had a honky tonk, so that makes sense. This one was at the end of the Choosing Texas music video as well. So,
really?
Yeah. I don't know if I have much for thoughts for that one, but I do like the sound of it.
So this is like, it's just that classic kind of country-esque kind of like,
in a classic way.
It felt like it was just like, it was, not to compare, but like the Megan Maroney song that's very similar-esque in like soundishness of it.
Which one?
The one with Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah.
I just felt like this did it better. It moved the pace along a lot better. Like this, if you're gonna do this kind of a song, I liked how Ella did it. Like, as somebody who's not very traditional country, like that is a way to keep me engaged. But like,
Broken.
Oh, I remember this song. Yes. I loved this song so much because it was just like, it is what every girl wants in a guy. It is literally like, just let me fall apart in your arms, and like, let me just, from any aspect of like knowing that this is like a broken thing to like, or just like being in a solid relationship and just like having somebody who is just like allows you to break down in front of them and not be scared and not run away and just like lets them emote. And not feels like, oh, I need to fix them, or feel overwhelmed by a girl being emotional for once. It was just a gorgeous sentiment to that. That's right. I do. Yes. No, it was a gorgeous sentiment to that. It was just like, also just like permission to like allow anybody, male, female, non-binary, anybody just to accept their, just go through the motion of healing and being broken. Like, it was just a gorgeous song for that. Yes, I do remember that song.
I was trying to find, like, I think it was, like, release week for the album. Like, Bailey just kept, like, using her songs for his posts and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it might have just been this one, but it's not showing it. Of, like, who knew you breaking my heart would turn into all this or something. That might have been that one. But he used that on a TikTok, and Loving Life Again on a different one and all that, and it was like, okay.
Bailey's here for the girls. That's all I'm saying. He's here for the girlies.
Yes. Something Simple is my honorable mention.
Yeah, okay, yes. Again, I just haven't listened to it in a while. We listened to so much other music, and I've been in a very different phase of music, but like, I remember really loving this whole album. That's the thing, it's like, even if I forget some of the songs, it's like once and I'm like, oh yeah, like it's a very good album. It's like, it really is.
Yeah.
Something Simple wasn't like, to me, anything really super special, especially because Butterfly Season came after that. And
I feel like they're very similar.
I would have chosen Butterfly Season.
Okay.
So that's why I haven't picked it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
I also
obviously
hate songs that are like House on a Hill kind of a song. Like, I had a problem with it when Dan and Shay did it. It's just not my cup of tea kind of a song. It feels very basic country music. And
Feels relatable.
I don't like it, though. It bothers
Feels
me.
relatable.
I don't like it.
And obviously we're not anywhere near where Ella is of stuff. And that one's about her, like, dreaming to do all that, and now it's come true, but I also want something simple. And I'm like, I want the duality. Obviously, ideally would love to do music full time, but also would love to have like a home and a dog and all that stuff too. So
I have to remind myself that, like, at the end of the day, I really do have like everything that I could really want. I just like don't have the dreamy stuff that I would love to have at the end of the day somedays. So
Butterfly Season.
And to be on with Miranda, it was just so gorgeous. This song, Butterfly Season. It was a gorgeous song. Like,
also,
it had like,
obviously this one's featuring her, like, because she actually gets like more forefront vocals and everything. But you can tell that she is doing a background part in You and Me Time.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's Miranda.
I was like, is that Miranda? But I just have a connection with butterflies. Like, it was just a thing. It's a thing with my grandfather. And it was just a very, very beautiful song about, like, you know, being in a regrowth period. And it's just like, I just love it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's kind of where I am right now. I'm trying to figure out where that rebirth is, but like, I'm just like figuring it out.
Yeah.
Most Good Things Do is honestly one of my favorite songs on the album, and it's an acoustic song.
I curious.
Forget that it's an acoustic song. That's how good it is.
It makes me wonder too if this is like a deliberate thing that maybe she like had in mind for albums in general, because Hungover had Cowgirl Don't Cry and Broken In as acoustics at the end of the album. So maybe it's like a deliberate thing, because I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, you don't have time to get something fully produced, but you really want it on there. So you just kind of like throw together acoustic and you're like, okay, maybe we'll fully produce this later, but we're going to put it like this for the first one. But the fact that she's done that with 2 albums now where she has acoustic songs at the end, like, I think that might be a deliberate thing for her of like, I want this one just stripped down as it is. It's hard moving on when it all reminds me of you. Held to tell the truth, most good things do.
I just loved it. It was also the fact that most of this album isn't like either a love or a breakup song. Like, it's a very like ever-changing album. It just feels very like refreshing and good, and like that to be like the breakup song on it is just like, oh, it was so good. Also for it to be 17 songs, and I was at the end.
It didn't feel like it was that long.
I was at the end of it, and I was like, oh, there's no more? I was so sad.
They tagged I Can't Love You Anymore onto the end of it for, at least on Spotify, so.
That's a tactic.
It could be the tactic thing.
So I was watching Brooke Alex.
Okay.
Brooke. Which one is it?
I don't know.
We also listened to her new singles too.
Oh,
okay. But she's big on TikTok, and she was saying like, here's some things like artists should be doing if you want like better algorithms things. And it's like, she was like, I always put whatever my next single is, I make a combination of it when I'm doing it, so that it automatically does the next song as it, so that it will actually like gain traction and stuff. So like, it makes sense to be doing
That's why
that,
I think out of my 4 of this project, the first one that was released has the most streams out of the 4, because like obviously that one keeps getting tacked on each time. So then if people are just like not at the ready to go pick a new song, it's gonna automatically start the next song if they went to go check out the new one. So get more streams that way. I noticed, I don't know if it was Tiger Lily was the first one I noticed, but I noticed people, it might have been Hannah Ellis, that I noticed, oh, like, she has a new single. Oh, the second, or the one before this is also in here. And it kind of threw me off for a second, but then I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart. So then
it just feels like I start doing that towards a project, but I think we're in just such a different, like, era of, like, projects nowadays that it's like, it doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have to be anymore, but so now it's like a tactic. And then Kate Cosentino is also about to release an album in 100 days.
Oh yeah, I think I saw
she's like 100 days from now, my life could change, and I hope it does for Kate's great.
Yeah.
And she just released Now Money Later Money, which was what she did for
Tiny Desk
yes,
audition.
Tiny Desk as well. So she
submission.
put that one out.
But yeah,
So, yeah.
I think that's all
This was a long
that
episode
we.
today.
Some of it will get cut, but
10 minutes, not that much.
But yeah, if there's anything we missed that you think we need to check out, then feel free to send it to us at themusiclenspodcast@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord if you go to Instagram at themusiclenspodcast, which is also all our other socials. In the link in bio, we have a thing to join our Discord, and we can discuss new music in there as well. So you should do that. If you like what you're hearing, go ahead and give us a rating and all that stuff, because that helps the algorithm for us as well. And let's see, we can follow Weekend. I already do. You can join me in following Alex at Alex Alaker Music on all the socials. And you can follow me at KDP Music on all the socials. And we will see you next time. Bye.